good, huh?
Hey, everybody. It's your girl, Planet Time on deck. I hope you guys are having a great day, afternoon, and or evening whenever you guys are seeing this. So thank you guys so much for tuning in, right? I am on deck with my squad, and we just grabbed some lunch, so y'all might see people munching in the background, crunching and all that. But question of the day, before I tell you guys about what this story time is going to be about, right? Question of the day. When is the last time that you have been picked up by somebody who is not your family? Light up the comments, y'all. Y'all let me know. Y'all stay tuned. I'll be RB. Now, this story time is called The Plumber Stuck It In. Okay, so many moons ago, I was having some plumbing issues at my place, this townhouse, right? And anyhow, I was going through looking for contracted, different plumbers that I can contract to come out and to fix, my plumbing concern, right? Now, the plumbing concern is I had problems with my sinks that were not draining all the way, and I had problems with my bathroom toilets. They were not flushing all the way, or they had a low weak flushing capacity, so they just weren't doing what they needed to do. Okay, so I found this one contractor, right? And he came out, and it's you guys, I kid you not when I tell you guys, this started off shady from the very beginning. Okay, just meaning that, okay, I chose this one contractor. The name of his business, well, let's just make it up. The name of it, because I don't remember it anyway, but the name of his business was let's say Earl's Plumbing Service, right? Well, when he comes out, it's like on the site there's a picture of his his work van, his work truck and all that other stuff, and different supplies and the logo of Earl's Plumbing Service, right? When it comes out, he pulls up in like some kind of like old school Toyota Camry or something else, looked like just any old Joe driving around, right? Nothing about his company logo or anything else like that with him. It was just like some stranger just turned around and straight pulled up to your house, you know what I mean? Now, I don't know, I expected it to be different, but anyhow, so then he comes up and he seems nice enough initially. But, but as I began to talk to this plumber, you can kind of talk to somebody and they kind of seem like shady or something else like that. Like, why did you say that? Let me give you guys a quick example of what I mean. So I'm talking to him and I'm like, okay, so he's like, when he first came in, he was like, so you're Ty, right? I was like, yes, my name is Ty and you're Earl? And he was like, yes, I'm Earl. I go to shake his hand. He had gloves on. So did I. I go to shake his hand and I'm like, okay, so it's right down here. It's in my downstairs, right? And he was like, so what's the problem again? You need your sink and your toilet fixed, right? Both of them are stopped up. And I was like, well, no, my sink is fine. So you're here about a toilet. And that's what he's like, oh, okay, well, my service order said that I'm supposed to do two sinks in a toilet. And I was like, or something like that. And I was like, well, no. And so he was like, hold on one second. So he gets on the phone and he makes a call to some woman who I initially thought was his, receptionist or something else like that. And he was like, hello, Cheryl. He was like, you guys, wait a minute, I'm too much of a cornball. He was like, hello, Cheryl. He was like, so you told me I was supposed to come do two sinks in a toilet. It says it on the service order. Well, I'm here with the resident, Ty, and she says it's just the toilet. So what's up with that? So these two begin to get into an argument, like really right before my eyes. They start arguing with each other. They start going back and forth, like right then and there. I'm thinking, okay, I don't know, 24th of, why don't you go outside with that? Why would you start arguing in front of the client? That just don't even make sense to me. Y'all light up the comments and let me know if you guys have ever experienced something like that. That just seems so off-putting that you was just like, what is this even going on, okay? Who starts arguing in a professional manner just like right in front of your clients? I just thought that was really bizarre. Anyways, that happened, and so the lady, she gets so upset by his argument that she starts screaming to the top of her lungs, you guys. I kid you not, screaming, okay? She starts screaming to the top of her lungs, and then she starts crying. Oh, you always do this, ass. You always do this. Why do you call me? Don't even call me no more, okay? Just lose my number. Did this lady just tell him to lose her number? So come to find out, long story short, with their little situation, the lady was not his receptionist. She was his wife. Okay. Anyways, so then he decides to renegotiate what was already decided on in regards to what the pay was going to be, right? So say if the pay was originally $140 or something like that. He wanted the pay to be said, well, I came out here under the impression that, well, it was more than that anyhow, but if it was $140 and he was like, well, I came out here under the impression that I was going to make a minimal of $140. And I was like, well, you came out here under false pretense, apparently, because your wife did not tell you, she didn't write the order correct. So I don't know what you want me to do. I mean, I was like, okay, so is it that you don't want to do the job now? Should I find another contractor, or what's up, right? Because what I think he was trying to do, guys, he was trying to get me to say, you know how people get frustrated and they need stuff done, and now that you're already there, they just use your services so they don't have to go anywhere else. I think what he was trying to do was muscle me into saying, I'll pay whatever, I just need my toilet fixed, right? But because I seen the little situation unfolding before my eyes, no, I wasn't going to do it, okay? I wasn't going to do it. Light up the comments if you guys can relate. You saw somebody trying to pull something, or you see someone trying to pull something on you, like right then and there, and you're like, heck no, I'm not going for that. Well, that's where I was. I was like, heck no, I'm not going for that. So anyways, long story short, the guy, Earl, so he talks a little stuff under his breath, kind of. That sounds so weird to say, right? But he kind of talks a little stuff under his breath, right? I'm just laughing. I was like, I'm sorry, what? I didn't hear you? Did you need something? Or whatever else I'm playing it off like, did you need something? I didn't hear you. Like, because I'm thinking, if he's going to start talking a whole bunch of crap, he can get the hell out of my house, okay? He doesn't have to make any money, and I can just get another contractor. It's like, if it's that big of a deal. But anyways, he's like, oh, no, I thought my phone was all the way hung up. He tried to play it off, y'all. Okay. So then he gets a plunger. Keep in mind, oh, this is what he asked me. He says, do you have a plunger? I said, well, I have several plungers, because I have probably about 4 different plungers, because the time my drain was going down so slow that I kept going to Home Depot buying different plungers thinking that was going to make a difference, right? And he was like, oh, okay, because what he told me initially was that when he seen the first plunger I had, he said, oh, well, the problem is you keep buying the wrong plunger. And I was like, yeah, okay, I doubt it's that. And he was like, well, then he told me he used one of the second plunger I gave him. So he tried the first plunger, it didn't work. The second plunger he gave me, he was like, this is the right plunger right here. He was like, he's like, I guess the only thing is you just didn't know what you were doing. I was like, okay. So a plumber comes to tell me with the plunger, you didn't know what you were doing. Basically, you didn't know how to use the plunger. Okay. So he said that part, right? And I'm like, okay. So I'm just standing in the doorway like, this guy, he's already on my nerves, okay? He better undo this damn toilet quickly. So he takes the plunger, sticks the plunger in the toilet, starts aggressively plunging. Then he turns around and he uses one hand and starts plunging aggressively, really aggressively. He looks me in the eye, said, like I said, you didn't know how to do it. So the toilet came unplunged. It came unplugged, right? It was coming unplugged, right? And then it seemed like he did this last move. It was very, it just seemed so, he made it more intense than it needed to be. He took after he had the one hand thing and just plunging. He goes to he said it's almost there. I almost got it to pop open, right? But the way he was saying things and looking at me, you guys, was very suggestive. He turns around, he takes the plunger full on, and it's like he's jamming it. He's jamming it like a, he's drilling it, or should I say drilling it as if, he's knee deep in something, right? And then he turns around and looks at me and says something like, I busted open for you. I was like, wait, what? What are you even talking about? You guys, the plumber was completely all over the place, okay? The toilet was unstopped after he stuck it in and dug in it deep over and over. But what was most out there about this story time was the way he expressed that. Now, you guys light up the comments and let me know if you guys have ever had a similar experience to something like this. I thought this was just so like, dang, why do I run into people who just do the most? I don't know. You guys let me know what you guys think about this story time. I don't want to keep it too long, so I'm going to dip up out of here. I got some errands to run. I happen to be at the mall right now with my girls, letting them grab some last minute stuff for school shopping. If you guys are new here and would like to sponsor this story time or any other story time, you guys can do so by dancing on over to Cash App. Put in $ your favorite besties, and send me some Cash App love. All right. And then, yeah, I'm just going to go ahead and get up out of here for now. But like I always, thank you guys so much for watching. But like I always say, there's always another story to be told. But for now,